Have you ever wanted to speak English, but felt too afraid to open your mouth? Have you ever known the answer in your mind, but your fear stopped you? Today, I'm going to tell you a powerful and emotional story about a boy named Arma, a boy who was afraid to speak English, but later transformed his life completely. Hello, everyone. I'm Adam, and welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here again. Today, I have prepared a very inspiring story in simple and slow English. You will learn English naturally while listening to the story of Arman, how he started from fear, how he improved step by step, and how he finally achieved his dreams. If you also want to improve your English, build confidence, and change your future, then watch this video until the end. Because this story might change the way you think about learning English. But before we begin, please take 1 second to support this channel. Like this video, write a beautiful comment and help this community grow. Your like and comment really help this channel reach more learners around the world. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe right now and join our English learning family. Now, take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin the story. Part 1: The Silent Student. Arman was a quiet boy. He was 19 years old and lived in a small city surrounded by dry mountains and dusty roads. Every morning, he walked to his English class with a notebook in his hand and fear in his heart. He loved English. He loved the sound of English words. He loved English movies. He loved English songs. But he was afraid to speak. In class, when the teacher asked a question, Armin knew the answer. The words were inside his mind. They were clear. They were ready. But his mouth stayed closed. His heart started beating fast. What if I make a mistake? He thought. What if they laugh at me? So he stayed silent. One day, the teacher, Mr. Karim, looked at him and said, Arman, can you answer this question? Arman felt heat in his face. His hands were shaking. Yes, teacher, he said softly. Why do you want to learn English? Mr. Karim asked. Arman looked down at his desk. He wanted to say, and want to travel. I want to work online. I want to change my life. But instead, he said, I don't know. Some students smiled. One boy laughed quietly. Arman felt small. Very small, very small. That day, he went home and closed his door. He looked at himself in the mirror. Why are you like this? He asked himself. He was not stupid. He was not lazy. He was just afraid. Part 2: A New Neighbor. 1 week later, something unexpected happened. A new family moved into the house next door. They were different. They spoke English at home. Arman was curious. One afternoon, while he was sitting outside reading an English storybook, a voice said, Hi, are you reading in English? Arman looked up. A girl about his age was standing near the fence. She had kind eyes and a friendly smile. Yes, he said quietly. That's great, she said. I'm Sophia. My name is Arman, he replied. Nice to meet you, Arman. Her English was natural and smooth. Arman felt nervous again. You speak English very well, he said. She laughed. Thank you. I grew up in Canada. Canada? That sounded like a dream. Why are you learning English? She asked. He hesitated. Then he decided to tell the truth. I want a better future, he said slowly. Sophia smiled. That's a good reason. After that day, they started talking every afternoon. At first, their conversations were simple. How was your day? It was good. What did you study? Grammar. Arman made many mistakes. Many. But Sophia never laughed. Instead, she said, never laughed. Instead, she said, good try. Almost perfect. Let's say it this way. For the first time, Arman felt safe speaking English. Part 3. The Challenge. One evening, Sophia said, I have an idea. What idea? Arman asked. Let's make a challenge. For 30 days, we speak only English when we meet. Arman's eyes became wide. Only English. Yes. No local language. Only English. That's difficult, he said. She smiled. Growth is always difficult. He thought for a moment. Then he said, okay, I accept. Very hard. Arman forgot words. He stopped in the middle of sentences. He said things in the wrong way. But he did not stop. Every day he learned 5 new words. Every day he spoke for at least 20 minutes. Sometimes he felt tired. Sometimes he felt embarrassed. But something was changing. Slowly, he was thinking less in his native language and more in English. One day, he told Sophia a full story about his childhood in English. It was not perfect, but it was real. Sophia clapped her hands. See, you can do it. That night, Arman could not sleep. For the first time in his life, he felt proud of himself. He felt proud of himself. Part 4. The Big Opportunity. At school, Mr. Kareem made an announcement. Next month, we will have an English speech contest. The winner would receive a scholarship for an online international course. Arman's heart started beating fast again. A speech contest. Speaking in front of everyone? Impossible. You should join, she said immediately. No, I can't. I will forget everything. She looked serious. Arman, listen to me. 1 month ago, you were afraid to say 1 sentence. Now you speak for 30 minutes. That's different. No. Fear is fear. You must face it. No. Fear is fear. You must face it. He was silent. Write about your story, she continued. Talk about fear. Talk about growth. Talk about your dream. Arman went home and opened his notebook. He wrote 1 sentence. I was afraid to speak. Then another. And another. For 7 days, he wrote and practiced, in front of the mirror in front of Sophia, even in his empty room. He was still afraid, but now he was also determined. Part 5. The speech. The day of the contest arrived. The classroom was full. Students were whispering. Students were whispering. Some looked confident. Some looked confident. Some looked nervous. When Mr. Kareem said, Arman, please come, his legs felt weak. He walked to the front. He looked at the front. For 1 second, he wanted to run away. Then he remembered something Sophia said. Well, your fear is not stronger than your dream. He took a deep breath. Good morning, everyone, he began. His voice was shaking. My name is Arman. and I was afraid to speak. The room became quiet. He told them everything. How he loved English. How he was silent. How he met a friend. There was silence. Then applause. Loud applause. Arman could not believe it. He looked at Mr. Kareem. The teacher was smiling proudly. That day, Arman did not win first place. He won second. Because he defeated something bigger than a contest. He defeated his fear. Part 6 1 year later. 1 year later, Arman was different. He was teaching English online to beginners. Yes, teaching out their chit. He was teaching English online to beginners. Sometimes they said, "I'm afraid to speak." Arman would smile and say, "I understand." Then he would tell them a story about a boy who was afraid, about a boy who was afraid, about a challenge, about a speech, and about a dream. Final message for your viewers. If you are listening to this story right now, maybe you are like Arman. Maybe you are afraid to speak English. Maybe you think your pronunciation is bad. Maybe you think people will laugh. But remember this. With this, you don't need perfect English, you need brave English. Speak, make mistakes, grow. Because your future is waiting.